Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Right now at 5, a fiery State of the Union, beginning without the signature welcome or handshake and ending with the House Speaker tearing up the president's speech.
Results still trickling in Iowa, but after the delay and severe technical glitches, will the winner walk away with the momentum the race is known for giving? We'll have the numbers so far this morning.
And if you've been chilly these past few days, well, we're heating things up on the grill here in downtown Bakersfield. We're live with your lunch plans and how you'll be helping local burn survivors. This is Wednesday, February 5th, 2020. Good morning, 5 a.m. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher, and we're going to get to the barbecue and your forecast for this Wednesday coming up in a few minutes.
But first, we begin with breaking news this morning. 17 people are dead after 2 avalanches in Turkey.
Here's a look at the rescue efforts to recover the bodies. You can see dozens of people frantically trying to help in the frigid temperatures. You can also see several vehicles overturned. It all started when a huge team of rescuers were sent to find 2 missing people after an earlier avalanche. That's when another slammed into the area, killing at least 17. We'll keep you updated on this breaking news story throughout the morning and bring you updates here on Sunrise. 5:01 now. The man suspected of opening fire on a crowded Greyhound bus early Monday morning is due in court today. Law enforcement says 33-year-old Anthony Devontae Williams shot 6 people, leaving a Colombian woman dead. The coroner has identified her as 51-year-old Lervis Elena Vence Jimenez. She was from the Colombian city of El Molino. Her parents told a local paper she came to America for better economic opportunities. CHP still has not said what they believe Williams' motive was. He was from Maryland. According to CHP, passengers were able to disarm Williams and force him off the bus before pulling into a gas station for help.
Overnight, new results have come in from the Iowa caucus, and while we're getting a better idea of which candidates are coming out on top, it's pretty clear the Iowa Democratic Party is the loser in the debacle.
As chair of the party, I apologize deeply for this.
More than 24 hours after technical problems wrecked the caucuses, the votes are still being counted in Iowa. With just over 70% of the votes in, Pete Buttigieg is winning with 26% of the vote. Senator Bernie Sanders trailing him behind with 25%, and Senator Elizabeth Warren in third, and former Vice President Joe Biden coming in a disappointing 4th. Senator Amy Klobuchar is behind him with 12%. Meantime, Andrew Yang, Tom Steyer, and the rest of the bunch with 1% or less. Officials are blaming a coding error in a new app that was supposed to tabulate the results. They stress the system was not hacked and point out that they have a paper record of every vote to ensure the integrity of the process. The New Hampshire primary is next Tuesday.
5:03 now, and back here at home. The Kern County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly stabbing in Oildale. We first brought you this story as breaking news last night on 17 News at 5. It happened near the Sunshine Smoke Shop on Roberts Lane and Belmont Avenue. KCSO has not released much information, only confirming that there was a stabbing and a man was found dead at the scene. No information on who stabbed him.
It has now been 5 months since Bakersfield's assistant police chief was arrested, but still no charges have been filed. Assistant Police Chief Evan Demestahas was accused of assaulting a woman outside a local bar. Demestahas turned himself over to Taft Police shortly after the incident. Back in September, investigators gave the case to Kings County officials to avoid a conflict of interest, but still no charges or update on this case. Demestahas is on administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. A civil trial is underway for a former cop who accuses the Bakersfield Police Department of harassing her on the job. Hillary Bionobo was one of 4 women who graduated from the academy in 2014. She says during her time she was constantly harassed and insulted. She claims she was fired in 2015 after reporting another officer who tried to keep confiscated drugs from being submitted as evidence. She is seeking $6 million in damages. She says she hopes the lawsuit will bring accountability to the department.
Today, the co-founder of Rosemary's Family Creamery will be laid to rest. Frank DeMarco died last week at age 89. He and his wife Rosemary started the restaurant in 1984. The two celebrated their 70th anniversary in December. The couple's daughters Roseanne and Katie continue to run the family business with DeMarco's grandson Patrick. Services for Frank DeMarco will be this morning at St. Francis of Assisi Church on H Street. The rosary will be held at 10:30, Mass following at 11.
Your time now is 5:05, and today is barbecue day. And while the meat of the event are those delicious burgers, the heart is the volunteers who make it all happen.
We'll introduce you to a man known as Spanky, who's making sure everyone's well fed and burn survivors are taken care of. 17's Taylor Schaub has that story in about 11 minutes.
This Wednesday at 17's Compassion Corner, join Maddie, Alex, and Kevin for the Hook and Ladder Barbecue, benefiting the Bakersfield City and Kern County Burn Survivor Foundations. A special noon newscast, Wednesday, for a good cause, only on 17 News.
We're back here at 5:16. County supervisors have proclaimed February Safely Surrendered Baby Month. The Safe Surrender law is meant to protect unwanted babies from being abandoned or killed. Mothers can surrender their babies to authorities within 3 days of birth. No questions asked. Supervisor Mick Gleason yesterday praised the Safely Surrendered Baby Coalition for their work to help those children. He shared the story of one child, Rebecca, who was given up on Thanksgiving 2014. But now has a new life in Folsom.
She's a fireball. She's feisty. She's sassy. She's a wonderful young lady with a bright, beautiful future.
If you see this symbol, it means the building is a safe surrender zone. The Department of Health and Human Services says since 2006, 76 babies have been safely surrendered in Kern County.
Your time now is 5:17, and whether it's flipping patties or barbecuing brisket, one local man's love for grilling has helped raise thousands for those reeling from burns.
17's Taylor Schaub is joining us live outside this morning ahead of our Hook and Ladder barbecue with details on how volunteers really are the heart of this effort.
That's right, Maddie and Alex. Larry Spainhauer has been competitive barbecuing for over 20 years, and he's been involved in this Hook and Ladder event since the beginning, and he's satisfying more than just your hunger needs this afternoon. Ask Larry Spainhauer his thoughts on grilling, and the answer's rather straightforward.
I love it.
Affectionately known as Spanky the Grill Guy, Spainhauer spent decades dedicating his time and money to giving back to those who serve Kern County.
Sometimes when you're doing it, it's kind of bittersweet because you work your tail off and you're cramming everything, and it's about a 12-hour day and an 8-hour day. But when it's all said and done, it's worth it.
The event that means the most to the food connoisseur? The Hook and Ladder Barbecue, in which his passion for cooking provides help for burn victims.
And if we can do that and raise this money for these burn victims, for the county, the city, fire department, and the fundraiser, for their fundraiser, how it is.
With his wife and an army of volunteers by his side, Spanky's looking forward to another savory success.
We got 50, 75, 100 people out there, and they're waiting in line. Those people are waiting in line to work, take a shift. You know, they want to get in, they want to get involved, they want to help.
Oh, they sent you.
Yeah, they sent me.
Giving one piece of advice to those thinking about attending this afternoon's event.
Come out, buy a hamburger. Leave $5 there. We ain't asking you to leave $20. We're asking you just buy a hamburger. And the rest of it will take care of itself. If everybody comes out and buys a hamburger, the rest of it will take care of itself all the way down the line.
All right, and while he's grilling up some burgers today, Spanky did tell me that brisket is his specialty. He promised me some at a later date and made me really hungry yesterday, guys, as you can imagine.
That does sound good.
It is a great barbecue, and we're really looking forward to it. So thanks so much, Taylor.
Still ahead, Macy's plans to close dozens of stores across the country.
But there's one store the company is opening that could point to the future of the luxury department store. Business Watch, coming up next.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Business owners in downtown Bakersfield are fed up with vandalism. Surveillance video obtained by 17 News captures a man trying his best to vandalize the Silver Fox Bar on 18th Street. Take a look. Sunday night, just after 10 p.m., that man caught on surveillance video walking up to the back door of Silver Fox in downtown Bakersfield. He trashes the area for about 10 minutes. Then he just casually walks away.
Spend so much time and money just trying to batten down the hatches and keep everybody out because it's just constant. It's just mentally tiring to have to deal with it on a constant daily basis.
According to Bakersfield Police online crime map, last month the downtown area reported 5 separate vandalism incidents. Crawford says she reported Sunday's vandalism to police, but doesn't do it every time there's vandalism because of how often it happens. Bakersfield Police say they're still looking to assign a detective to the Silver Fox case. And now, some surveillance video shared with us by Tokyo Garden on Ming Avenue. Owner Thomas Park says the restaurant has been broken into 4 times in the last few months, including twice in just the last 2 weeks. He says the thieves have broken in through glass doors, windows, and other panels. The owner says they stole cash and the devices used for sales. Thomas Park says despite all the police reports he's filed, he doesn't know what's actually being done to solve the problem.
know whether there's homeless issues. I don't know whether there's some burglary issues, but it's gotten to the point where I don't feel safe anymore. My employees don't feel safe anymore.
He told us nearby restaurants like Sakura Cafe and McDonald's have also been hit by burglars recently. Hundreds of employees at Taft Prison could be laid off next month. Management and Training Corporation operates Taft Correctional Institute. The company sent a notice saying it expects its contract with the Federal Bureau of Prisons to end March 31st. The notice says 332 staff members will be laid off. The Bureau of Prisons had planned to close the prison at the end of January, saying it needs repairs and can't stay open. The company says it's still looking for alternatives, but at this time is preparing for the contract to end. Macy's will close 125 stores over the next 3 years and slash about 2,000 corporate jobs. The department store announced its plans to exit weaker shopping malls and instead focus on opening smaller format stores and strip centers. Macy's will also close its tech offices in San Francisco and its headquarters in Cincinnati. The announcement comes ahead of Macy's meeting with investors in New York today, where it's expected to walk through a multi-year plan that aims at getting the retailers back to sales growth. Meantime, we're getting a better idea of what the future for Macy's might look like. Macy's is reportedly about to open a new kind of store, which could be a test with a larger rollout to come. The department store chain's opening a new space in Southlake, Texas, with a focus on apothecary, beauty, and hair care items. It will also have a cafe, according to Women's Wear Daily. Many retail analysts believe beauty is one of the strongest growing segments in the industry today. Alex?